So today's Casual Wednesday. It's funny by TexAgs Rewind. As the season goes on, like there's certain days I dress a certain way. Like Monday's press conference day, I try to be a little bit more professional because I'm yada yada yada. Tuesdays from the beginning of the year when I was doing up to the second, it was almost like suit attire, hoodie, workout pants here on TexAgs Rewind and TexAgs Radio because the season's. I feel like I've got to hit the gym and get better. I've got to get better at this craft. So that's why I'm dressed down for the day. But at least we had a good show. Nick, you want to join me in this conversation? We had the Go Hour, and OB gave us his college football rankings and has A&M just barely above Vandy in his SEC power rankings.
I think that's very fair at this point. I mean, if you look at the records, Vanderbilt technically has a better SEC record.
Yeah.
We got one more loss than them. So, but nothing too crazy about the college football playoff. Not much changed. Kind of went through some nightmare scenarios, or I guess, the world is on fire scenarios, which I think we're all kind of hoping a little bit for. But, yeah, it was nice.
I don't even know what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping for next season. John Harris, Texas A&M Scouting Report. We love getting him on Wednesdays. We figured out that David Nuno has a language. That's me. It's weird for me to say it out loud like that. But he says, when I call somebody little buddy, it's not a term of endearment, but when I call him my friend, it's certainly a term of endearment. Logan Lee was on the show. We found out he didn't listen to Eye of the Tiger, so he's no longer going to be on the show.
I'm with him on that one.
Yeah, you're out. You're out too.
Well,
right.
Oh well.
You can finish the rewind, but you're done. All right? If you don't listen to Eye of the Tiger, you cannot be a part of this show. All right? It needs to be not daily, not even weekly, bi-monthly. That's the rule. Ryan Brauninger, all-time country music cover. That's what we picked because recruiting...
Not ideal. Can put it that way.
But there's time.
Absolutely.
And for a limited
moment,
time.
Not ideal.
No, it's not where we want it to be. It's a really long intro for this TexAgs Rewind. Does he know he's on?
He does, yeah. No, please don't do that. He's about to do it in my ear.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Here are the videos.
Tennessee, who's beaten Alabama and LSU, and their one loss was to your number one team.
Well, play this out for me for a moment. If LSU somehow beat Georgia, then what?
Georgia's in, LSU's in the Sugar Bowl with 2 losses.
They don't get into the playoffs.
I don't think so. Wasn't it Penn State that got left out?
Yeah.
As a conference champion?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's happened before. Did Ohio State get left out as a conference champion?
I don't remember that.
There was something kind of weird with Ohio State one year too, and about them not getting in.
Hey guys, so what if if A&M beats LSU, then LSU goes and beats Georgia? Does that change anything in your opinion?
Oh no! If A&M beats LSU, then LSU
they're done.
They're done. Even this pipe dream. Right now, it's a pipe dream.
Yep.
You lose to A&M, and it becomes a crack pipe dream.
And look, Connor Wegman's a freshman playing the SEC. You're going to have hiccups? Absolutely. That was a major hiccup. And so you throw all that together in the Booyah base, and you got a bad offense Booyah base that nobody wants to eat. So I think there are a lot of factors that go into that. And eventually, when you have offensive line injuries, then you have your number one offensive star injured. Then when you have one of your top pass catchers not injured but out, coach's decision, then you're going to have issues. You're going to have major issues. And in the second half of the Florida game, you really couldn't get anything. You were trudging uphill at that point. When you were going kind of shot for shot with Florida, you had pretty much everything at your offensive disposal. But all of a sudden, Florida gets a 10-point lead on you, and now you're chasing. A&M's not got an offense that can chase. Not yet, anyway. Even with A-Chain in the game, even with Muhammad in the game. That Florida team, that's the best I've seen Florida play. And then they turned around and just absolutely beat the hell out of South Carolina. So I think Florida found something in the second half on both sides of the ball. It started to click with them. And they've got more talent than I think a lot of people would think about because the record isn't what Florida's record typically is. So I think you throw all that together, it makes a lot of sense that there are reasons why A&M's offense has struggled the last couple of weeks. last few weeks, maybe all year, but in particular the last couple weeks.
Johnny, perception, especially for college kids or recruits, is a huge thing. So I'm going to ask you, how important is it this offseason for A&M to find a different voice offensively with Jimbo at the helm, but something at least for perception that they are evolving and changing?
Yeah, I think it's a big factor. I think recruiting is, well, I think recruiting now is about NIL and you're right, David, perception. I think it's a lot about that, if not all about those two particular things. And look, if I'm a recruit nowadays, and I'm a 5-star recruit, I'm thinking about how do I get to the league. It isn't so much now about playing at this particular college, that particular college. It's all about how in 3 or 4 years are you, coach, and your staff going to get me to the NFL. That's the goal. And being in an NFL building, I've asked nearly everybody in this building, why did you pick this college? Why did you pick that college? Invariably, at some point in the conversation, it comes up, that coach is going to get me ready to go to the next level. So if you're an offensive player, you're an offensive recruit. Now, look, just because you're an offensive recruit now doesn't mean you turn into an offensive player. But for the most part, you're an offensive recruit, and you're looking up going, how do I fit? What is the fit? Is there a fit? Can that offense and can the coaching staff make me better for my ultimate goal, which is to get to the NFL? Can that staff do that? And I think if you're a young recruit and you're not solely all about the NIL money, and you are thinking about your future, you're thinking about how do I get better, how do I get developed, then absolutely the perception is no doubt going to be a big thing this offseason. Now, if you're recruiting kids and it's all about the NIL money, then you're recruiting the wrong kind of kid.
Myrtle Beach, what do you want this to be for this team? Big picture, what this kind of trip can be for them?
I think it could be a 3-win trip. I think that will solidify kind of their spot in the top 25. And right now, I don't think they're getting a ton of votes. They are getting votes, and I think they're at 24. But I think that'll solidify their place nationally in the rankings. But I think it's more about A&M. I think it'll give them some more confidence. It'll help build that momentum. It'll give them a sense of, okay, we've done this, we've seen our potential, and now we need to go get it. We need to continue to grow, because I think all of the guys on this team have that thought process of, we're not satisfied. Okay, we've gotten here, but what's the next step? Now that we are 5-0, okay, can we get to 10-0? And I think that's the snub last season of not getting into the tournament has really put a chip on their shoulder to continue that drive for this year. And if they go 3-0, which I think they can, obviously depending on who they play when how that all shakes out. But I think anybody in the field that is at Myrtle Beach is beatable, and it's a winnable game. So if they can go 3-0, that's a huge step for them and this program as a whole.
I put something out there on Twitter last night about, I think that Cody Johnson's cover, it's a country song and a country artist, so you probably won't know anything about this.
Yep.
Cody Johnson's cover of a song called She's Acting Single by Gary Stewart. You may have heard it before. She's Acting Single, I'm Drinking Doubles. I thought that I'd listened to it and formulated this opinion over the course of like 7 to 10 days. And I've even actually hinted it to people in my real personal life to see what kind of feedback I'd get. Mm-hmm. My fiance and various other people's. But I think it might be the greatest country music cover of all time, and that's not an exaggeration. So I tweeted that out last night because like I said, week and a half, 10 days of formulating that opinion. And I couldn't stop. I'd heard the song 1,000,000 times.
Okay.
But I've listened to Cody Johnson's cover of it 1,000,001 times. I can't stop listening to the thing, right? And it's a song that I've heard 1,000 times. So that's why I formulated that opinion. So anytime you go all in on one specific thing like that, it's so easy for everybody to say, oh, you're wrong, because you're taking the field of all other cover songs ever done.
Right.
So it doesn't take any spine or gumption or backbone to argue that point, especially if you just say you're wrong. Why don't you argue with, I think you're wrong, here's one that's better.
Right.
Or here's my favorite one. So whatever. Twitter people, like,
They get mad.
well, no, I'm really not even talking to Twitter people. There are certain people in my personal life, we may have discussed one of them already, that they're argumentative because it's not that they disagree with the point. They disagree 100% of the time with the person making the point.
I know that feeling. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's all I got.
So I don't really have a lot of, what's the word? I don't really have an opinion on the Cody Johnson song because I don't know if I know the Cody Johnson song. I probably do. So we'll come back with that song. We'll take a departure from.
Well, you can't get it on. It's not on any albums and it's not on any streaming platforms. It's only on YouTube. It's a cover, like I said. It's an acoustic cover of a Gary Stewart song.
Bronny, it's good. I listened to it. It's good.
It's incredibly good.
I will
It's
give you
so
that.
aesthetically, and I like the original song, but his cover is so aesthetically pleasing. Like you cannot stop listening to. I can't. I haven't been able to.
I don't know if we can, if we have, I assume we do, have the capability to listen to play a YouTube song coming back. If we do, we will hear it.
Well, listen, Billy's been on here playing stuff from his phone into the microphones.
This
I
is
think
I
we're
can get
okay.
the link to him. Don't worry.
All right, so we can get the song on when we come back.
Oh, is that Nick?
Yeah, that's Nick. So you'll have to put on headphones to hear the said song, and I will give you an opinion of a song that I don't know. I may know, I may not know, and then we can all make fun of it.
It's not nearly close to being in your genre of something you're going to like. If he was covering Bad Bunny,
I would hate it. That's a
Why?
fact. If Cody Johnson sang a Spanish song, no chance.
what a
it's good.
hater. That's like a respectful thing for somebody to cover your song. That means they really like it, right?
Yep.
So you may, who knows? Olin would get a big kick out of it, though.
Okay. All
It's
right.
more toward his taste.
But he doesn't like new country at all.
This isn't the Gary Stewart song. I believe was released in 19.
No. But a new guy doing it, he would have a problem with.
No,
it.
he wouldn't. I think he liked Cody Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, Cody Johnson's like an old soul in new country.
Huh. Well, there you go. Well, Bronny already told you what to do. Is he still behind you, Nick?
He wandered away.
Tell him to do it again, because the people won't know what to do.
Hey, Bronny, can you please tell the people what to do again? You don't have to get close. They can hear you.
Like and subscribe. Click that little thumbs up.
The best. This is a day at the office at TexAgs. Thank you for watching.